Oh, they want me to twist them. What do I do? Just...
Yeah.
Hey guys, so I've got Ussi here from the Assemble Clinic. He thinks he can fix me. So this is a big major task. So I saw you a few weeks ago, was very impressed with the way he works. So we've got him down again. Thought it would be quite interesting for you guys to kind of watch some of the things he's going to do to me, but also the reasons behind why we're going to work on some of those things. It was quite interesting chatting to you last time, and you kind of picking out these little weaknesses that I've got, and it's quite fascinating because obviously I want to try and be as efficient, as effective as possible, and being at your highest performance, you're able to be better in competition. So we've got you down again. We've just been discussing some of my issues that I have. One of the main ones right now, I've got problem with like deep squats, basically back of the calf into the hamstring area. I've had an issue here for a long time. My knee's been improving a lot with a lot of the rehab stuff I've been doing, but that hasn't seemed to clear up at all. So I want you to take a look at that. Shoulders and elbows aren't feeling too bad. Sometimes I'm arm resting quite a lot now. Sometimes get the forearms and tendonitis pain in the elbows, but they feel okay right now.
If I can get you into your shorts, we're going to do an assessment. We're going to look through your posture, do a postural analysis first, and just see how your body sits in its natural form. Cool. And just see how you look.
Awesome.
The first thing I'm just looking at is at Loz's back, and he's been experiencing pain. So I'm just, first all I do is have a quick palpation of the QL muscle and just feel through it. And then we're finding his iliac crest, finding his L4 here, and then just reaching down and just having a feel. And if I just ask you, Loz, just to have a reach down towards your toes and come up. So we're looking for just his SI joint and to see, is one side of his pelvis actually higher? And you can see that it's just slightly higher there. Is there anything else? Because I want to make the session as effective as possible.
Yeah, they're the two. What am I normally whinging about?
Your elbow, your knee, your back, your finger.
Yeah, there's always something. Overall, like, not too bad. The arms and elbows, last time I saw you, they were worse. You worked on them, they've been feeling better. But I just had the arm wrestle as well, so that was kind of more.
So your flexors, when I look to your forearm, how does that feel? Does that feel tight?
Yeah.
Okay. So with Loz today, we're going to do a few different types of treatments. We're going to do a lot of soft tissue work to soften up a lot of the muscles. Then we're going to do some mobilization with his hips. And we're also going to finish off with some acupuncture as well. So there'll be different types of treatments that we'll do within the one session. Before we do any treatment, start to treat the client, we actually want to do a thorough assessment. So I'll do something called a Faber test, which is quite a common test. So instantly when I'm going up and putting his heel towards his knee to allow this test, I can feel there's a resistance there already. So if I ask him to just start here and then slide his heel up to his knee and then let the knee fall out. So we're looking here at the hip to see how much this knee falls out.
And I guess it should fall down. It
should fall out.
Yeah, that's not
if you compare to the left side, so I'll get you to do the left, is there much of a difference?
Not really.
Okay. The fact that there's not much of a difference is a good thing because that means there's not a major imbalance. But what we actually want to do is see, can we actually get more rotation for Loz? Because if he's doing any squatting, if he's doing a lot of deadlifts, his hips are an important piece of that. So another check that we do, so we'll check in a few different angles. So I'll take Loz's knee up like this, and then I'll check. I'm looking for about a 45-degree rotation on there. And I feel I can get that. So when I take the hip externally, I can get 45 degrees. And when I take the hip internally, I'm looking for about 30 degrees.
You might get 5.
And I feel like I've got about 10 to 15. So instantly with these few tests, I can work out what kind of treatment I need to do.
I'm about 128 kilos, 129.
Okay.
Floating around.
My bed's had 160 on it, so.
Okay. I was 170 at my biggest. So
okay. It says on the guide it can handle 220.
Okay.
So.
Obviously that's you pushing as well.
Yeah, so obviously that's me onto the bed as well, yeah. So there's times where I might be putting my knee onto the bed. So the massage just first starts with a lot of softening up. We don't need to go in deep straight away, that's not the goal. The goal is never to hurt the patient. The goal is to always just do enough to get enough of a release. Obviously with a more muscular person like Loz, we have to apply more pressure, but the pressure is not the goal. The goal is just to get the release.
Should have shaved you.
Yeah, I know. Shave before we go on holiday.
I've got the Asian gene as well. We have moustaches at year 9. We can't help it. Yeah. So I've taken my time and I've really warmed up all this area now. And now I'm just going to press in a bit harder, so I'm going to use my forearm. And I'm just going to push into the cure. And as I'm doing so, I'm going to ask Lars for feedback. So how does that feel? How's the pressure? Do you feel like it's a good amount of pressure?
Yeah, it's okay. It can be, it feels fine.
Good.
Yeah, I want to try and get my body functioning as well as possible because I've decided I'm going to have a crack at the Masters World's Strongest Man next year.
Now that you're 40, your Masters?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was your competition in Masters like? Because is there still a good level of athletes?
Really good level. Like last year, Zadrunas Saviskas won, but there's a guy called Dimitar Savatinov who's really, really strong. Jerry Pritchett was in it. Yeah. Now this year, Rauno Hainler's doing it. Oh. And Rauno just broke the deadlift world record, so he's still ridiculously strong.
Masters.
Yeah, but he's done the biggest deadlift out of any seniors as well this year in competition.
And Big Z's is still good on moving events as well, is it? Or static?
Big Z's no way near as good as he used to be.
Yeah.
But he's still good.
Yeah.
You know, like I've got no interest in competing against like the top guys now, like the Tom Stoltmans and Mitch Hooper.
Well, you're a different category now.
Yeah. But I think I can still be competitive against the Masters. The weights are just a little bit lower, and I want to try and be a good all-round athlete rather than just get big and strong. Because I'm never going to beat someone like Rauno at a deadlift, but there is plenty of events that I could beat him at. It's just making sure you're as well-rounded as possible.
What we're doing here is kind of mobilising the hip and also doing soft tissue on the glute mid at the same time. So when we did our assessment, we saw we need to actually get Loz's hips with a lot more range. I feel like I can get him a lot more range on those hips. So when he's doing all his main lifts or his training, he can reap the rewards of that.
Going in deep now, does he?
Yeah. So I'm just using the knuckle of my thumb just to press in.
Okay.
Just do a hamstring curl for me. Okay. Any rotation?
No,
you do that? Fine. Okay, so if I check it on this side here, so go again. Any rotation?
No.
Okay. If I take you this way, check your bicep femoris. Any rotation?
No.
Good. Okay, we'll do your calf. I'm not going to press too deep into Loz's calves. What I'm actually going to do is put some acupuncture needles in there. And I'm going to use a technique called cluster acupuncture. And what we do is we put quite a few of the acupuncture needles into one area. And what the needles actually do, in short, they just cause a trauma just to get the muscle to relax. So if you think of a muscle tightening onto the needle when it first gets put into the skin, then as the muscle relaxes, I can actually cause more trauma. I might push the needle in a bit deeper, I might give it a twist, and the muscle will relax again.
Gross.
This isn't a needle fan, are you?
No, I am not.
It's worse to look at, to be honest.
Yeah, to be honest, it doesn't feel too bad, does it?
Just pinch and just twist. You won't feel much.
It'll hurt on me.
Oh, they want me to twist them. What do I do? Just...
Twist. Yeah.
I did it.
Have you recovered, Lizzie?
No, never.
I like that you're suffering more than me during this treatment.
Always nothing.
Breathe in for me. And out. Breathe in for me. And out. So, Loz has got a lot of muscle back here, but you can see that it's all so tense. So I'm going to spend a bit of time just to loosen up all of this.
Where are you based?
North London, so the main clinic now is in Mill Hill.
So if people are in the London area, they need to check you out.
Yeah, Assembled Therapy on Instagram.
I'm sure Liz will put some links in the description below.
I'm going to finish off with some Grassland Therapy for Loz. just to finish off. You know, a lot of the times I see people use Grassland Therapy and they're leaving their clients almost bruised and they're going in so hard. I actually just use it just very lightly, and we're just some blood around there. Yeah, just trying to work the fascia of the muscle and not trying to beat the client. So it's mainly going to be worked on right through here, from the traps down to spinal erectors. Visually this looks a lot worse than it is. So Loz, how do you feel?
I feel fine.
Yeah.
And you'll see instantly there's going to be a bit of redness here, and that's totally fine. And this is why you can see just within 20-30 seconds how much redness, and that's the blood coming up to the skin. So there's no reason for me to keep going through that motion.
Yeah.
So you'll see just 3 strokes that I've done there and how much redness we've got. Loz, we're all done.
All done?
Yep, all done.
Awesome. So, 14th
Your
December.
beard.
Forced into the... That's cool. Thank you very much for that, mate.
No problem, Loz.
Good to see you again. Well, yeah, we'll definitely see you again soon. And if you don't already, make sure you go and follow this man on Instagram.
Assemble Therapy.
Yeah, Assemble Therapy. Liz will have the link up on the screen or description below. I don't know, whatever she does on there. But, I'll let you know
Doesn't
how I
work
feel
for videos.
in a few
Okay,
days.
good.
And yeah, really appreciate that, mate.